I love discovering things I never knew existed. And not only is this a figure I never knew existed, this is a toy line I never knew existed until literally a couple weeks ago when I was at the flea market. This is from the Steel toy line, based on the Steel movie, starring Shaquille O'Neal as the DC comic character Steel. And this is Lieutenant Sparks with her mobile defense power chair. Just a few things to note, just right off the bat, you can see kind of that steel-plated look to the card. But the bubble's interesting because it looks like it actually has screws. Those are actually molded into the plastic, so that's kind of a cool thing. You can tell this is not really flying off the shelves here with all the dust that's on top of the figure. But this was produced by Kenner. We all know Kenner at this point. They were owned by Hasbro. And yeah, this line basically consists of a bunch of Shaq figures. You have Armor Up Steel, Regular Steel, Power Gauntlet Steel, Electromagnetic Steel, which is actually kind of cool. Mobile Barrier Steel that would play nicely with your American Gladiator figures. Lieutenant Sparks, who I'm holding in my hand. Shell Shock Burke. Vapor Trail Steel. The Steel Assault Cycle with Blast Hammer Steel. So this is pretty cool. So from what I understand, I literally just Googled this a minute ago before, because I've not seen this movie. I remember when this came out, Shaq was big. He was in Kazam. He also obviously played basketball, duh. But he created a song for this, actually collaborating with Ice Cube and KRS-One. So that's kind of a fun fact. The film was a huge flop. It made like 1 point something million dollars on like a $16 million budget or something like that. It was just really, really bad. But one thing that's interesting to note, and it said that the New York Times praised it, and I also agree that, a lot of toy lines obviously didn't include female figures, so we have one here. And this was actually played by a woman, I think Monica Reyes, who was an agent on some of the later seasons of X-Files. And so from what I understand, I've not seen this film. I'll definitely add it to my list of movies to watch. But she is crushed by some sort of boulder, by the bad guy, the antagonist of this film, and she's in a wheelchair. So there's a wheelchair-bound action hero. So it's kind of the first, and from what I can tell, kind of only one. So kudos to them. I mean, I've talked in previous episodes about the importance of a diversity of characters and shows and toy lines and different kind of media outlets. So, having, women and having people of color, and in this case, someone with a disability. She's a paraplegic after the incident in the film. So, kind of hats off to the writers of the film and also Kenner for producing this, because I'm sure, again, it's not something that you normally would see on the shelves. So pretty cool in that regard. But enough talking. I'm going to open this up. She has her mobile defense power chair, so she's kicking some bad guy butt in her wheelchair that Steel helped produce. Again, these are not figures. I've never seen these ever. Not seen them. I don't remember seeing them at the store. I've never seen them at a flea market. Never seen them. I've never seen them. I mean, you get it for cheap. You can obviously tell I got this for $5. Couldn't pass that up. But yeah, I guess it wasn't really a huge seller. The film did so poorly. And, who wants a billion Shaq action figures? I mean, I do. Maybe you watched a previous episode of Vintage Toy Freedom where I actually opened a Shaq figure from the actual Shaq line, also made by Kenner. Alright, so here we have her. She has this sort of like a headset kind of thing. Ponytail, kind of a metal bulletproof vest. Various, paddings, and she's got her boots, and let's see, yeah, she's articulated the knees. Okay, let's see how this thing works. So we got a missile taped in there. Oh, there's a missile launcher. this oil there, get the tape off of it. That looks like something you'd find in an un-ID'd post and nobody have any clue what it is. Alright, so set all that aside. So, alright, so we got this chair. It's kind of cool. And then she's going to clip right in there. It's kind of wonky. Fix it. There we go. Alright, so it says seat, figure, and chair using the waist clip. Done. Bring the chair's wheels together to help the figure stand. Okay, so that's her chilling, and then there's her. I don't want to break this. So, okay, so this thing kind of moves on a joint there. Alright, so she's up more. Load the launcher. Use the pegs on the side of the launcher to attach it to the chair. Press down on the button to fire. Alright, thank you, Kenner/Hasbro, for doing that. Here's kind of an interesting note. So I mentioned, obviously, this is from 1997. You can see there in the copyright information. But they say, check us out online, Hasbro.com. That's pretty early for a web address to be out there. Kind of a early days of the internet. How does this go on there? Let's see. I see. I guess. Okay. Alright, cool. So she's got like a little laptop. And then she can... I guess this is supposed to go a little more like that, maybe. It doesn't fit like that. Alright, there you go. That's pretty cool. So she's got a little laptop and she's got her missile launcher. So let's say there is a snake, a serpent woman trying to attack her. She's going to press her. She missed. That's a bad miss because it looks like she only has one missile launcher. But I don't know. I guess there's other kinds of. I'm sure it says other kinds of contraptions on there. You can set up kind of a battle between her and like Mojo and Professor X. So yeah, so Steel says collect all these hot figures. They're just flying off the shelves. But yeah, I'm gonna check out this movie now. I'm very intrigued to see this. Maybe I'll see if I can find it online or on VHS at Goodwill for a quarter or something like that. So thanks for watching. Again, this is Lieutenant Sparks from the 1997 Steel line from Kenner Toys.